Well, John, you've arm wrestled me down to give a really good offering here, and for me the whole point of the Udemy platform is to make available what I've been doing with clients in person, and to make it really accessible to anyone at home, whatever your situation is. So I really want to offer it in a way that people find enough value from it and can just jump in and get at it. So. Yes, normally the course runs for $97, which in and of itself is far less than what I charge in person workshops. But for the online learning podcast community, I'm delighted to offer it for $27 using the coupon provided.
Brilliant. And what coupon code are we going to use for this?
So it's OLP GK27.
Okay.
If you can punch that in to my page on Udemy, you can apply it there. Or probably the easier thing is just to click on it in the show notes.
Yeah, I'll put a pretty link in the show notes, which will be something as straightforward as jbdcolleague.com/OLPGK27, and that's Oscar Lima Papa, obviously for online learning podcast. GK is for Gerry Kirk, and 27 is the amount of money. Now, just a quick disclosure to keep myself on the right side of the Fed. This link and this coupon code is an affiliate link, and so if you do buy the course, then I will benefit from it financially. You won't pay any more. But it will go through the affiliate system on Udemy, and if you do that, both Gerry and I will be extremely grateful, and so will the Udemy people in a slightly more modest way. So thank you for that. How can people find you, Gerry? You've got a website, I gather, which I think is probably the best place for people to go and look you up.
Absolutely, yeah. You can find me at my name, gerrykirk.net. That's Gerry with a G, KIRK.net. And there you can learn more about what I do to help people move forward, whether it's at the personal, team, or at the organizational level. And you can find all my links to Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Google+. And I'd love to chat and connect with anyone who's got questions about managing work, whether it's related to personal Kanban or just productivity and effectiveness in general.
That's brilliant. And of course, if people do take up the course, there's an excellent message system on Udemy for individual questions relating to the course. So that makes it very easy to communicate.
Absolutely. And I do host on a monthly basis a live session as well. So it's a chance to really, ask the questions you want in an interactive way.
Brilliant. Gerry, it's been great to talk to you. Thank you for being one of my early guests on the Online Learning Podcast. I wish you all success with your course. I'm going to go and have a very serious look at taking this myself. If it transforms my life, you might actually earn my wife's gratitude as well. So thank you for your time today. It's been really great, and I look forward to speaking to you at some point in the future.
Thanks, John. I'm sure. I have a feeling you're going to get a gift from your wife really shortly.
That's all the best. Talk to you soon. Thanks, Gerry.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. So my thanks to Gerry. That looks like a really interesting course, and I think I'm going to have to go and have a look at it myself. Now we move on to the segment of the course where we look at this week's free course recommendation. So I'm just going to transition across to that and tell you all about this week's free course. Let's take a look at this week's free course of the week. This week's free course is Everyday Mind Mastery by Tom Cassidy, which is a system to teach you how to get things done. And he calls it the 13x4 system. Essentially, he teaches you to pick 13 components which are important to achieving whatever goal you're trying to achieve, and then you focus on one thing at a time for a week, and then the following week you focus on the second thing. Now, this can be used both in business and personally, and Tom talks about also using it particularly successfully in the education sector. It's all about keeping incredibly focused to get results. Now, this free course, which is on Udemy, has been subscribed for by nearly 23,000 students. So who's the author? Well, Tom is an Oxford physicist, an internationally published author and a thought engineer. And he's created a system for helping people crack the deepest issues of their lives: self-worth, self-belief, goal achieving, feeling good, achieving sustainable health, and deeply fulfilling relationships. He's combined the wisdom of hundreds of years of the study of global philosophies, human effectiveness, modern findings of behavioral science, recent breakthroughs in the understanding of brain physiology, and even the results of quantum mechanics, into a practical system for getting things done. Sounds really scary, doesn't it? But I've started taking the course, and I tell you, he makes it so straightforward. It takes the system of monotasking to a new level. It's a one thing at a time on steroids, if you like. And most of all, it requires minimum willpower to use. Now, the free course has over 35 lectures and over 6.5 hours of content. And in the course, you will learn what the 13 times 4 system is, why it works so well, and how it can be used to master anything and everything. So that's it, this week's free course of the week recommendation, Everyday Mind Mastery by Tom Cassidy, and I will provide a link to the course on Udemy in the show notes, and that will be at jdcolley.com/OLP002. So go over, take the course, and hopefully learn something new today. And by the way, have you got any idea how difficult it is to say everyday mind mastery without tripping up over your tongue? I had to do this in several takes. So that's it for the second episode of the Online Learning Podcast. Don't forget you can find all the details of the show notes if you go to jdcolley.com/OLP002, and you'll find all the show notes there, including the links to Gerry's great course, and just to remind you, the coupon code OLPGK29. So that's it for another episode of the Online Learning Podcast. I really appreciate you being with me. If you enjoyed the show, I would really appreciate it if you would go over to iTunes and leave me a rating, preferably a 5-star rating if you think it's worth it, and a comment. And then if you email me, john@jbdcolley.com, that's Juliet Bravo Delta Colley.com, I will send you a free coupon code to my Udemy course, An Introduction to Startups, which has got 40 minutes of video teaching you all about startups. So thank you very much for spending time with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. This has been the Online Learning Podcast.